Hello folks, and welcome back to another Wise Game video. In this video we're playing Legions 7.3, and yes, I did return back to World of Warcraft, folks, maybe about 2 weeks ago or so, and I was kind of missing it because some of the other MMOs that I've been playing lately is kind of off the beaten path of what I've been used to playing World of Warcraft for so many years. And with them coming out with the Battle of Azeroth anytime soon within the next year or so, and Classic WoW, I don't want to be too far behind the eight ball when it comes to World of Warcraft Legions. So in this video, I'm actually going to be showing you how to get started in August. So if you've just come back to the game yourself, or you just hit 110 or whatnot, I'm going to go over some of the details you need to actually get going in August, and then eventually towards the end of the video we're going to touch on different ways to actually get better gears from August in this game. So let's get the ball rolling. Now we know in these games things can change all the time with patches. The last piece of information I found was actually from a blue post from a GM in the World of Warcraft forum system stating how you start off doing August on your tunes. So basically what they claim is that you do have to complete, at least on one of your characters, okay, you have to at least complete the Broken Shore invasion or the Broken Shore starter thing. Once you've done that on one of your tunes, it should open it now for all your other tunes. As long as you're on that same account, you should be good as far as that goes. You shouldn't have to start off Broken Shore. If you need to either do Broken Shore or to start off the August quest lines, that would be done where I'm standing right now, which is Casas Land in Dalaran, where the Flight Master is. This place you're going to find Khadgar, which is the main mage in the game in Legions that's been given as the most important quest lines for Legions. So you would come here, of course he's not here no longer for me because I've already started this, but he will definitely be here with a starting quest for you to do August. Now once you've done that, this new item is now going to be added to your map in Casas Land and in Dalaran. And this is your teleport way of getting to August. So once we click on that, it's going to transport us out there. And you're going to first arrive in Kruken. That should be the first area of the map in August on the Vindikar. The Vindikar is the ship located out in August. It's kind of like a command post. Look at it that way. You know, this is where most of the important NPCs are, vendors, all things of that nature. And this is also the main way of us getting around. Now keep in mind, even if you have Flying in Legions, it is not open yet in August. It does kind of suck because we work so hard to get Flying in Legions, but we do have to do everything again on foot out in this area. It would be cool if maybe eventually they, once we hit a reputation of maybe Exalted or whatnot, that they actually allow us to actually use our flying out in August. So if we open up the map here, the world map, and we go to August, this is the 3 zones that compose August. This is the 3 zones you're going to be doing all your work in out in this area. Now, if we, I'm going to take you for a tour in this video. So again, if this is your first time playing in August, you'll know where to go to at least get things rolling. So when we first teleport in, we're going to walk down here, and right up on the top there on that platform is the transportation area of getting around August. So if we go up here, this is called the Navigation Console. We click on that, and you're going to see the 3 areas now. Now, if you look at the edge of each area where my cursor's lighting up these ships here, you're going to see a copy of the Vindikar at each one of these areas. It's still basically the same ship. It has the same NPCs and all the same doodads that the one that I'm in right now has. It's just a mirror image of each one, and that's a different way that you could locate and actually get transported out there. You could actually get transported to these teleport icons that's also located throughout the maps as you open up more things with the main quests in the game. So this is another way that you could actually get teleported, which we'll be going through that a little bit later. To the right of the console is an NPC, which if you click on, he will take you to the surface of the area, or the right outside of the Vindicar of where you actually are at that moment. So if I wanted to go outside here and do some quest or whatnot, clicking on that will provide me the option of doing so. Now, once we walk back down here, this is one of the main reasons why people are playing in August. One of the main things that I play for in this game, and most games, of course, my gearing. I don't like falling behind on my gearing. I never have in any other expansion until Legions kind of did away with the PvP gearing in the game, and it made it RNG. Now, to the left here, once you come down the main ramp, is going to be a familiar sight. Once we click on that, and my game just froze up there for a moment. Once we click on it, we're going to see our Class Hall missions. So there is a table here where you could also carry out your Class Hall missions also. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail of each one of these options or components of August because the video would be 14 hours long. Now, this center control right here, I'm really not going to get into in this video, but I'll just at least tell you what it is. Once you open up, see how I have this gold statue-looking icon thing to the right here? I'm missing the one to the left. So I'm assuming once I do a certain amount of more quest lines out here, it's going to provide me with that. Once they give you that, it's going to open up this console here, and now you could actually, you're going to get a tree, kind of like a talent tree for your relics, which is really cool. And when I heard about that, I thought that was a real nice addition that they added to this game. So you could actually tweak out and make your relics of your artifact weapon that much stronger. As I open that up, I'll come out with another video covering more details about that. Now right here is the main vendor, Vashreen. If we click on I want to buy, we're going to see that these are all the different upgrades that this vendor carries for us. So we could upgrade our boots, we could upgrade our waist, we could upgrade our chest, we could even upgrade our relics to level 9, 10. Now what you need to do this is an item called Argunites. Now Argunites basically replaces the old currency called Nether Shards. So Nether Shards are not really worth farming anymore. You definitely want to get the Vialed Argunites. And the Vialed Argunites is what's going to make you catch up with your item level as far as that goes. You could also get 930 item levels in August by drops in the game, by doing world bosses, invasion points, and all that. Now, if we walk down this hallway right here, a little more of the way here, we're going to see to the left this portal, and that takes you back to Dalaran. So if your Dalaran Heartstone is on cooldown, you got the option of just clicking on that, and it's going to take you back to Dalaran. Inside of this room right here, and there's all different kind of entrances to get in this room. There's also one across from that vendor I showed you, okay? As soon as you come down the ramp. Once we come in here, we'll click on this. This is called the Vindicar Matrix Core. And what this is going to do is that, what this is going to do is that it's going to give you an additional item that you could put on your hotbar, okay? And what this does is it gives you more power. So you could solo like some rares out in August. You could do a lot of different things solo-wise using the proper one here. I have opened right now 3 of them. I don't know what they actually cap out at, but I have 3 that I could actually select from, each one being unique in its own abilities that it gives you. So coming by here, picking this up once you actually open up August enough to do so is definitely going to help you a lot when it comes to soloing those pretty nasty bosses. So as far as the Vindicar goes, which is the main ship I said, in our main hub, command post here, That's basically the importance and, you know, key points of this ship. Now we're going to go back up here, and now we're going to go over one of the main things that we're making this video about, ways of actually accumulating and getting your Argunites so you could get those pieces of gear. If we click on the map, actually I want to click on the world map first and go to August. I'm just going to zoom in on one of these areas. Now this is a very familiar site since Broken Isles. Basically what we have going on here is we have main quests. So when you first come to August, you're not going to be, a lot of these things aren't going to be open to you yet. So you still have to continue those main story quests to open up more options for you in August. And those being things like world bosses, invasion points, daily quests, world quests, whatever. The same kind of implements that was in Broken Isles is now carried over to also August. Now the invasion points is one of the big ones too, and those will not open up. All these will not open up yet until you get to a certain point in this game. They just opened up for me the other day. And from what I understand, it's in this zone right here called Macquarie. Once you've actually done a good handful of quest lines in this area right here, it's eventually going to open up a lot of options and things for you to do now in August to actually get everything going, up and going. So you want to keep an eye on these invasion points and of course all your quests and all that good stuff. And it's also going to let you know certain things that give you the Argunites. So the Argunites is something that can slowly start to build up, but as you open up more things in August, of course you should be able to farm and get more Argunites over time. Now some of the invasion points, there's greater invasion points, those won't open up until you do a certain amount of quests. And then there's the regular invasion points. Some of them are kind of soloable and some of them are not. The greater invasion points, you sometimes need like 40 people. So it's an actual full-blown out raid that you actually need to be part of. And from what I understand, if we actually go to our dungeon guide and we go to raids, you're actually going to be able to queue up for certain invasion points from this. So it's going to give you that pre-made group as far as I understand. I haven't done it this way yet, but from what I understand, that's how you could get into the greater invasion points. Now, when it comes to actually doing regular invasion points in August, you don't actually have to, a lot of times, form your own group. So don't worry about that. A lot of times just going in there only requires maybe 2 or 3 players to actually get that invasion point completed. And most of the times, if you go in there solo, you're going to find the other players. Now, a good thing about it, too, is if you come in a little bit late, they've been in there, they've done more grinding than you, they're even halfway through the boss, you're still going to get counted for that boss fight, as long as you hit it or tag it at least once or twice. You should still get counted for that and get your bounty, get your Argunites, or whatever kind of drops that boss is provided for you. So again, if we want to go to another area right now, we could either click on the Vindicar that's actually located right outside of the edge of that zone, or we could actually go to one of these teleports. So we'll go to City Center. And as you could see, anywhere where you get teleported in August is going to look like the item or the teleport that they put in Dalaran. So if you want to go back, you just click on that and it'll take you back. Now, some other ways of getting Argunites in August. If you look on the mini-map, you're going to see treasure boxes. Now, they're not going to be shown on your world map unless if you have a special add-on that provides that. But as far as the stock UI goes, you're only going to see them in the mini-map. So anytime you see these treasure boxes, you want to definitely try to get to them, open them up, and they should reward you with some Argunites. Other ways of doing it is, like I said, doing world bosses in the game, doing your quest lines, Not all quests is going to give you Argunites, but they are going to open up the opportunity to make more Argunites as you progress in August. And of course, doing those invasion points I showed you and doing the world quests in your dailies will sometimes reward you Argunites. Most of the times by just going to the map here and clicking on it, it's going to let you know in the description once you mouse over the icons in the world of what gives you Argunites and what doesn't. But the invasion points will not always list that when you mouse over that. So keep that in mind. You actually have to go in there, do it, and hopefully it will give you some Argunites for doing that. Now, there may be a more structured, calculated way of getting these Argunites. I don't have that information in this video because I'm still testing a lot of this stuff out myself. So, but there is definitely a lot of information out there in Google and covering that. But I want to show is one other important thing before I end this video. So I'm going to make my way back to the Vindicar. Okay, here we are back on the Vindicar. And I'm going to make my way back down to that vendor where we upgrade our gears. And I'm going to go over a few important details before ending this video that I forgot to mention earlier in the video. So once we come to the vendor, we're going to click on it. And we're going to notice that each item requires 650 Argonites. So you need to get 650 Argonites. That's how much it costs to get each piece of these gears. Now, keep in mind, if you open up your currency tab and you mouse over the Argonites, you're going to see the cap level, which is 2,000. So I could hold up to 2,000. Keep in mind, if you don't keep an eye on this, which I'm sure most of us do, because we're dying to get that new piece of gear, do not keep going and doing quests and treasure boxes and stuff. If you're already capped out at 2,000, you're just wasting them. So that's very important. Make sure you come here and buy a couple of pieces of gear, get that back down again, and then you could go out there, resume your game, and start collecting those Argonites. So basically that's it, folks, when it comes to starting off August. Some of the rough details about August, and as I do more in the game, I will break down and go into more details of more important details of August. So until then, thanks again for watching Wise Gamer, and it's good to be back to World of Warcraft, so we'll be covering more videos with World of Warcraft Legions, and feel free to comment below, hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.